Hello, I'm Chad Johnson here with Dallas Ozark Fly Fishers in Cotter, Arkansas, and I'm going to be tying CJ's Freaky Frog. I'm going to tie in a dual weed guard first here with mono, with a 50-pound mono. Put a little zap cap on it so it stays in place. Tie in a strip of foam facing the back. On each side. And just leave them facing backwards for a minute. I'm going to take 4 silly legs in 2 different colors so that the legs will be two-tone, and about 3/4 of the way up, 3/4 of an inch up, I'm going to tie a knot. And I'm going to tie them in on the back side. Figure 8 it in so that they'll hang off each side. So I'm going to trim the edges of this, and you want to put this face down. We're going to tie in right behind the leg. Alright, and once we get that back end tied down, and take a little dub in here. And we're just going to cover the mess that we made. I'm going to carry this to the front of the hook because there's going to be very little showing, but there will be a little of this belly showing. I'm going to pull this foam around. You have to make sure that the silly legs are sitting on top. Let me tie that foam in for the belly. You want to make sure that you leave a little gap in the underbelly, which is going to create your air bubbles for you. Snug this down pretty good because you're going to be stacking a lot of foam on top of this. This is where we create our popper. I want it angled down just a little, about even with the hook point, or the hook eye, so that when you pull that in, it draws it back just a little off of that hook eye. You're going to do this on each side. And this is going to be a little loose on you right here, so what I like to do is come in here on the hook and get a little bite, which ties in real nice. Then when you step back and you go to turn it here, it locks it in to keep it from spinning on the hooks of that. We're pulling the front of this down, and we're going to take a foam cylinder and place it just over your front foam. You want it even with the front of your foam. Do the same thing here and come in and take a couple of wraps to really get that head cinched down well. And we're going to bring this dual weed guard one on each side of the hook. Before you lock this down real tight, let's make sure they're in place. And then once I've got them in place, I'm going to take a small spot of super glue so that I can lock that in. This allows you to be able to pull it over lilies. Cut tag ends. You're going to have a small protrusion of the eye there with that foam cylinder. I'm going to cut that even so that I can place my pupils on there. And then we have to trim the back. I trim it even with the butt first so that you don't mess up. Give yourself some room and then you begin to shape it. So that you get more of the round profile. Once I get that where I want it, I come in just even on these bottoms. If you leave them too long, they'll cause the fly not to ride right. This is actually your balancer here that keeps it setting straight. So you want them even. That's going to allow that fly to ride flat on the water. And take a little super glue. This is going to help your legs stay in place and also glue down your back. So I'm going to super glue this back all the way across. And then make sure you put just a little dab on his butt back here. And then when you pull your leg straight and you glue it all down, you end up with a really nice closed butt. We're going to take our eyes here. Take a small drop of super glue and put on the eye. And trim your silly legs. And fish.